Hi class. As promised, here is the final announcement on your final paper. We're in the very last week. I've graded your research questions, proposal, purpose statement, and significance, and I've given you a lot of feedback. Some of you were way too vague with your methodology. You mentioned you would do qualitative, but you didn't say what kind. You said you would collect qualitative and quantitative data, but you didn't call it mixed methods and tell me what type of mixed methods you're using. This is one of the reasons why it was so important for you to complete the research methodology section of all the articles using Creswell in order to support what you're doing. So there are 2 videos about the final paper, and there's an example of the final paper all in week 15. But I'm going to go over it a little bit more because I'm still having people ask questions. So your final paper is a compilation of all the work you've done in class so far, plus 1 extra article and a summary section. Now, you're not just cutting and pasting this work into this final paper. You must fix it. You must make it better. I'm going to go back and look at your papers, and I'm going to look to see if you actually made the edits that I told you to make. There's been some questions about citations. Yes, you should still be citing Creswell. You're going to be using sections 3 and 4 and 5 from each of your research articles. Again, that's why I wanted you to use headings, because you're only going to use those. You don't need to use sections 1 and 2. You're going to want to make this read like a paper. So don't just cut and paste things in. You want to keep the headings. You want to make it look like the sample paper. You want to make sure that you have all the sections that are in the final assignment link. So there are sections there that you haven't done yet, like the 4th paper or the summary section, literature summary. Those things you have to add. I'm going to be looking for you to make substantial edits to your work where needed. If you got a perfect score on your paper, then you're just going to need to make it all fit together into one document. So I want it to look like it was a research proposal. Again, look at the sample in the week 15. Some people have questions about what were some of the formatting. You want to make it look like a paper. You're going to have a cover page. You're going to have reference section. Can't think of anything else. You should be able to basically go through and take my feedback from your previous papers, make any edits you need to make, put them all together into one paper, and then submit that by Friday. We will not accept late papers. I'm going to be going out of town for Christmas. I have to get these grades in. I will not have time to wait to get your grading done. So make sure your papers are in on time. The window has closed for submitting other late work, so no more late work will be accepted. Everything that you have now will be graded. If you have submitted anything late, I will grade it. But just be sure to get your final paper in on time. And let me know if you have any questions. I am here. I'm going to be here all week, so I'll be glad to answer questions.